Our next guest has been helping tens of thousands of folks communicate a little better through her social media platform. She's a women's leadership expert and entrepreneur who believes that when it comes to our personal and professional lives, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Whew, I could use some of this. She's here to teach us some key phrases to incorporate into our daily interactions to help us all become better communicators. Please welcome Ms. Shannan Monsin. Good to have you here in studio with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So it's not just, even if you're getting a no, you might have a great idea. It's how we're saying it. It's not what we're asking for sometimes. It's how we're asking that makes all the difference. How did you figure this out?
So when I was starting my business, I really felt like nobody took me seriously as a woman and a young mom and not looking the typical part of a CEO. And I realized that actually there were things I was saying that were discrediting myself. I was doing it to myself by taking away a little bit of my power. And we do this. We say little phrases without realizing it that give away a little bit of our credibility and a little bit of our respect. And nobody teaches this in school. And so I realized that there were things that I could do to position myself better so that my ideas were heard and could speak for themselves.
Now, we have some specific examples we're going to get to, but you just said something that just perked my ears up. What do you say? Give me a little example of something you said that would discredit you if you're in a conversation.
Yeah, so maybe you could say, I'm not an expert, but.
That discredits you in a way of saying. And that's one of the, you're actually going to give us actual ways to replace some of the things we say. Here's one of them. I'm so sorry this happened, right? People will say, I'm sorry or apologize. You say, replace that with, thanks for understanding. Explain.
Yeah, when you say, I'm so sorry this happened, you put the emphasis on all the things that went wrong, and it automatically puts the other person in a position to kind of be worried or feel fearful instead of saying, hey, thanks for your time. I really appreciate your understanding. I'm excited to have this conversation. You're making the other person feel at ease and letting them know you value them.
Okay, another example here. Oh, people do this all the time to me. They say, sorry to bother you, but you say, replace that with, thank you for your time.
When you say sorry to bother you, you're putting the idea in someone's head that they should be bothered.
Yeah.
Automatically, doesn't even matter what comes next. I'm bothered because you said I should be bothered.
Oh, wow.
So instead, you can say, hey, thanks for your time. I have an idea I'd like to share with you.
Oh, okay, here's another one that you just used. I'm not an expert, but. Now, what should we replace that with?
When you say I'm not an expert, what you're really saying is, hey, don't be mad at me if I'm wrong here.
Oh, wow.
Instead, you can say, based on my experience, there's still room for error, but this is coming from a position of credibility, respect, authority, based on your knowledge base. Here's what I'm going to tell you next.
How should people, and I've got one more here. It kind of goes to this last one. This might seem silly, but, right? You say replace that with what?
Instead of this might seem silly, you're telling people how to feel about the idea. They have no idea what you're going to say, but you're saying, hey, this might seem silly. Instead, you can say, I'd like to propose. So you let the idea speak for itself, and they can make up their own mind about it instead of you telling them how to feel.
All right, Shannan Monsin, thank you so much. It's good to have you here in studio with us.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.